sports office on location. We're at Santa Ana Golf Course, and of course we're talking about the sport of golf, and we have Notah Begay III, four-time PGA winner, and to have your Rio Grande Charity Slam coming up again. And Notah, always a great event. And what year is this now?
This is our second year. We're really excited. And I know you're jealous because this is my office. This golf course, this beautiful backdrop here, Santa Ana Golf Club, 27 holes. And they're one of our primary supporters in helping us put this event on. And along with Consolidated Solar Technologies have just been tremendous assets in us trying to advocate for New Mexico children.
You know, you're talking about advocating for New Mexico children, and in case people don't know exactly what you guys are doing with the Charity Slam, explain that to them, what you're trying to do.
Well, it's easy to get distracted by the celebrities and the names and everybody that will be coming in. Pudge Rodriguez is going to be a future Hall of Famer, 2003 World Series champion, but to bring those people together in an effort to raise money and proceeds for these two organizations that offer a variety of different programs that service the kids of New Mexico. We specialize with American Indian children in the forms of our golf programs, our soccer programs, and we have a new Native Fit program which is aimed at just making kids a little bit more aware about the benefits of a healthy lifestyle.
And you talked about getting people more involved, you know, like getting some more investors and stuff like that. How do people do that? And you having such a big name, are you hoping that your name can help bring those people in?
Well, we're hoping that, yeah, whatever I can do to get more of our business leaders and community leaders involved. I mean, we've got a wonderful partnership with Team TO this year for the first time. They're two brothers that grew up here in Albuquerque, and they started a foundation and they went to sponsor our junior golf program, and now we're going to introduce a portion of their children, a portion of our children, to instruction from world-renowned instructor Chris Como, who teaches Tiger Woods, and we're going to have a demonstration by Tim Burke, national long drive champion. So we're bringing in a variety of different types of people related to the game, but all in an effort to entice and bring community and business leaders in to invest, not make a gift or a donation, but an investment, because they put money into our organizations. We protect that by making and developing good programs.
And talking about more about the event, you were talking about the evolution of the swing, and that sounds really interesting, what you guys are going to do and the people involved with that.
Yeah, at our celebrity dinner the night prior, myself, Chris Como, probably Paige McKenzie and Johnny Miller, who are analysts for the Golf Channel, are going to break down the swing over the decades, from Jack Nicklaus to Tiger Woods to what you see in Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, and what makes them good, what can you learn from these guys? And I think that it's going to be a wonderful debate. We're going to have probably some heated discussions because you have Johnny Miller from the old school and a Chris Como more from the new school, so, and myself moderator, so I might have to bring some boxing gloves for that one.
Well, what about you? I mean, your swing, are you going to like incorporate your swing, or are you going to like dominate the conversation?
Well, one thing in our junior golf programs, I don't swing like me. I've got an unorthodox swing. I hit it great, but I'm a firm believer in fundamentals and teaching kids how to score and going out and learning the game, and it's so important, this event, to me. I mean, I love this state. I love the children of this state, just because I think it's important to give them an opportunity. So many of our kids have lost hope, which you see in the poor graduation rates from high school and the high incidence of type 2 diabetes in our young kids. And what we would hope to do is instill a little bit of hope through our program so that they feel like they can achieve it. They can go to a Stanford, that they can play the PGA Tour, be a network golf analyst, because I believe that a lot of our kids in this state have that ability.
You know what, I heard you talking on a show about how Chris Como ended up being Tiger's swing coach, and you yourself, he had asked you, right?
Yeah, I mean, Tiger had come to me, and he was kind of at a crossroads with regard to his swing mechanics, and I did some research based on everything that I've learned through my career, and what I understand is good, proper mechanics, and what I understand from how Tiger approaches the game, and I thought Chris would be a great fit. I introduced the two. We had a private meeting behind closed doors. Nobody knew about it, and within 10 minutes they were off talking about the golf swing and how they could rebuild Tiger's swing in the fashion that you're seeing, or you just saw at this past Masters.
And what about you? Did you feel on the spot?
I feel on the spot every time Tiger plays because he's such a lightning rod for attention, both good and bad, and I think that's what makes him such a compelling player in the game. Is he's just able to either you watch because you don't like him, and you watch because you like him. Right. But I have such a admiration for what he's done for the game, how he's grown the game. The purses that players are playing for now are in part due to Tiger's popularity.
And what if it had been you as a swing coach? I mean, you guys have known each other for so long. That'd be tough. Wouldn't it be like coaching your son?
It might have just turned into a wrestling match. Who knows? I mean, we're like brothers, and over the last couple months, I spent a lot of time with him down in Jupiter, just trying to provide some support, practicing together, training together, playing rounds together. And it was wonderful to see how he performed. And he's a big supporter of what we do. He's a big supporter of health and wellness and introducing our kids to a better understanding of how they can make personal choices that will positively affect their lives from 20 years from now.
Speaking of health, man, you look great. How are you feeling right now?
I feel great. Just passed my 1-year anniversary, and not an anniversary that I necessarily wanted to celebrate, of my heart attack about a year ago, and I'm just thankful to have all the people in my lives, and I've lost quite a bit of weight, and I've re-engineered my diet, and I exercise regularly. Exercise for me is a non-negotiable. It's every day, regardless of whether I'm tired or traveling or on the road. It's just something that I need to build in my daily routine, and that's what we try and integrate into our programs with our kids. Is exercise, wellness is a daily activity. Use your body or lose it.
Man, I'm going to tell you, as a broadcaster, man, you got skills. You've been tearing it up, Notah. You learning more, and you getting just going down the road with that. You approach it like your golf game, huh? Just going to go out there and tear it up.
Just reps. You need reps, right? You just need to get in front of the camera and figure out what your style is and how to entertain. But I always try and implement a bit of teaching into the things that I talk about, so that someone that's beginning or somebody that's intermediate or an upper level golfer can learn from the stuff that I'm talking about. So something that Notah felt like the PGA Tour players do well, but something that's tangible for an average golfer to be able to execute, which a lot of times is the hard thing. I think golf is a unique sport in the sense that a player watching the broadcast can go out and play as soon as the broadcast is over, whereas a player watching a major league baseball game isn't going to go out and take batting practice that afternoon. I mean, so golf really has a way of bringing in our viewers.
And who's the next guy coming up? You know, everybody's always looking for the next Tiger. I mean, you see a lot of these guys out here now. If you had to pick like the top 3, who would you pick?
I would definitely, you got Jordan Spieth and Rory McIlroy are far and away achieving more than anybody else in golf, and I think the player that you really should keep your eye on is if he can sort of get his putting a little bit more consistent, is Dustin Johnson. I think he has the type of gunslinger mentality that a player needs to go out and dominate, and he hits it further than anybody, and when he gets in a groove with that driver, man, he is hard to beat.
And is Tiger back?
I think so. I think we saw, I was very, very optimistic about what I saw him do at the Masters. Under the most intense microscope, and he had every opportunity to mess up with his short game, and he hit some brilliant chips, and it actually kept him in the tournament those first 2 rounds.
All right, thanks a lot. He's Notah Begay III. I'm Van Tate. Jared Chester behind camera. We'll see you next time.